Kelly, thank you. Well, the worst of the weekend storm has passed, but this place is growling. Spurs-Chelsea has a mood of its own. Cucurella slipped, and Johnson's hurriedly onto it. Solanke's through the middle, Son's there too. Johnson, Solanke! It's a Tottenham Hotspur flyer! And Cucurella hangs his head. Over the Premier League years has been weighted in favour of Chelsea hugely. Cucurella has slipped again. Kulusevski's onto it. Dejan Kulusevski! Oh! Has squeezed it in, and Spurs are two to the good in next to no time. And like Cinderella, Cucurella needs a slipper that fits. Sancho, oh, terrific goal! That is a piercing hit. This is a gripping game. There is nobody calmer than that boy, Cole Palmer. Right on the hour, Cole Palmer is the man. And Chelsea are right back where they started. This is Tottenham-Chelsea, don't be surprised. Cole Palmer, lovely change of direction. Enzo Fernandez! 2-0 down, 3-2 up! Chelsea are tormenting Tottenham again. Cole Palmer. Oh! Ice cold. And Chelsea are right in the thick of the title debate. It hurts. How dare you? Maddison round the back. James Maddison, Son! 3-4. And a minute to play. The end. See what it means. Fabulous football match. And Chelsea are living their best lives. Chelsea are central to the big issues. Right at the very top. Chelsea once more have tormented Tottenham, and they are established now as a principal challenger to the leaders, Liverpool. David, thank you. And so Old Trafford seethes, as it does only on this day. It braces for collision. Still, always, for so many, this remains the game, the one that matters most. Gravenberch again. He's been really purposeful. And Salah, they're queuing up, and Szoboszlai with Luis Diaz at the back post to establish a lead for Liverpool 10 minutes out from half-time. Casemiro's head is hung. Casemiro, knocked over by Diaz, it's allowed to go, Luis Diaz, Mo Salah. Diaz! Oh, that's sharp! That is so sharp! Liverpool are fizzing clear. Taken on by Szoboszlai, sifted on for Salah, 3-0. The Egyptian archer, with a quiver full of arrows, scores routinely, customarily at Old Trafford for Liverpool again. He loves them as much as they hate him. For Liverpool, a utopian afternoon in Manchester. For Arne Slot, a statement, and the slot machine has paid out its first big jackpot. David, good afternoon and thank you. And so the central game, perhaps the determinant, the contest on which these last years the whole show has pivoted. For City, the enduring champions, here is the principal challenge. For Arsenal, so voraciously ambitious, it is the nut they are obliged to crack. Savinho gliding gorgeously and playing in Erling Haaland to complete a dazzling City century. The phenomenon, 100 goals in a flash. Muscle and might, power and poise. Meantime, here's Martinelli to drive at Walker and set it back for Calafiori. Oh, it's a beauty! What a strike! What a moment for Riccardo Calafiori to introduce himself to England's big league. City incensed now. This place is boiling. Saka takes, Gabriel's in there! Absolutely unstoppable! A force of muscular nature! And Arsenal lead on the champions patch! It's not done yet. Grealish. Kovacic! It's 2-2! At the very last! John Stones takes the acclaim! City are out of jail! And Arsenal are downcast! And this is now beyond fractious! A crazy climax! A furious reaction! What a battle! What about a football match which will, for all who saw it, live long in the memory. Manchester City 2, Arsenal 2. Pick the bones out of that, David. David, thank you. And Anfield growls. This place needs no telling. It responds for itself. It has always understood the moments. And here, Anfield knows, here is a moment. Fabulous ball for Salah. Salah and 1-0 Liverpool. Cody Gakpo creeping in backstep. The cup uplifted. In a moment of such potential serious consequence. No Salah. Liverpool have this title race by the throat. And for Arne Slot, it goes on and on. A massively consequential Liverpool win. Perhaps, who knows, history will declare it the definitive win of this Premier League season. But the truth is right now, Dave, the truth is Liverpool are getting away. Well, historically, of course, this has always been a glitzy one. United, Spurs and all that it has meant through the years. For either, this would be an inconvenient one to lose. Rashford hurried through and Van de Ven hurried out. And drove away from Ugarte.
Brilliant.
Van de Ven and touched it by Johnson!
Absolutely brilliant from Van de Ven.
Sheer blistering pace. A searing 75-yard sprint from Mickey Van de Ven, and Brennan Johnson has 4 in 4. It's Brennan Johnson. Johnson and Kulusevski! And Spurs ease clear. These are days to be cherished. What an artful finish from Dejan Kulusevski on behalf of Ange Postecoglou. And at the expense of Erik ten Hag, whose problems mount. It's the 18-year-old Swede over the corner. Bergvall, and it got its flick, and it got its finish on the line from Dominic Solanke. And he too rejoices in a purple patch. The Spurs shirt, week on week, fits him more tightly. He feels the part. United bedraggled. The glory game is Tottenham's, and by a monstrous margin. Manchester United bedraggled and beaten, drenched and downhearted. Spurs were terrific from the outset, purposeful, pacey, penetrative. They meant it. Wonderful from Tottenham, Gary, but for United, this is grim.
Yeah.
And it's time again for Arsenal versus Manchester United, for some still the iconic fixture of the Premier League era, for all, without question, amongst the most important rivalries in the history of the English game. Relish it. In by Rice, and got it flick, and Arsenal get their lead! Urian Timber on the front of the queue! And this could be a night that matters. So we all know the routine by now. Saka plays it in, Partey! And nudged it on the line by Saliba. They are masters of it. And Manchester United have no solution. That is a truly consequential night for Arsenal. That matters a whole lot. And Manchester United are beaten at the Emirates again. The two treble winners, a generation apart. They have both won it 3 times in a row. United City is meant to matter. And here they go. Short, Gundogan. De Bruyne squeezes something in, and Manchester City have a lead. Josko Gvardiol! How they've thirsted for that!
Yeah, it's a set piece that's done United again.
Bruno Fernandes may have dug out the Reds, and now there's nothing between them on Derby Day. Martinez.
He's through.
Ahmad through the middle, he's got a touch on it, and Ahmad has scored for Manchester United in the 90th minute!
Oh, Manchester City, they won't be able to explain this.
The end. The Diallo derby for Manchester United. The healing, restorative, uplifting power of a derby win. A win on the turf of their champion neighbours. And here is a day when that boy became a man. And you wonder, Gary, how can this be? Partey. Odegaard. Lifted up here towards Martinelli! Arsenal have it! An hour in! Gabriel Martinelli is London's pride! Chelsea are, though, now ready to react. To Fernandes. And Pedro Neto! Oh, that's a smashing goal! Zest and fizz! It's 1 inch of the bridge! That was the game, and that is the game. And Mikel Arteta is rolling in the dirt, asking himself how that moment escaped him and Arsenal. David, thank you, and uproarious welcome for the principal pretenders. It is a fevered, fast darkening evening, the clocks are back, and Arsenal and Liverpool spearhead the challenge to the champions into the long winter months. Knight's ball is a beauty, and Saka's onto it. He checks away from Robertson, and lashes Arsenal in front. Bukayo Saka makes his mark again at once. He's back, and he's back big time. Alexander-Arnold with the corner. It got its flick, it got its touch from Virgil van Dijk, right on the line, and Liverpool are level. A captain's goal apiece. Not behind for long, the skipper insisted on it. And Rice flings it in, and Arsenal have their lead! Mikel Merino tiptoed round the back.
Get me that set piece, coach.
Alexander-Arnold, that's beautifully weighted. That's Nunez, and that's Salah, and that is 2-2. Not the remotest doubt when he was in front of goal. Beat the badge and start again. We have a game. And so they share it. And given the context, and given the circumstances, and for him, given the complicated factors, perhaps that is a draw over which they will be glad to shake hands. Mutual satisfaction, if not quite complete. Just feel it. A beautiful day. Arsenal on Tottenham's manor. The fury of the feud. Identity, territory, glory, glory. In by Saka, Gabriel! For Arsenal at Spurs! A monster leap on a monster day in North London. An hour and more, but there's the man. And how much that might matter. The end. It's Arsenal. It is Arsenal at Spurs again. Arteta 3 wins in a row on Tottenham turf. A tough one for Ange to swallow. A match of one major moment. And for Enzo Maresca, 4 years ago, a title winner under Pep with City's academy. What a first task with Chelsea. Beautiful day. Bring on the serial champions. From Chelsea this year, it could be almost anything. The seemingly permanent champions have it all to defend once more. Bernardo Silva and Erling Haaland blasts his way through and rips into another new campaign.
He's a beast.
He doesn't wait to be asked. Again, checking in. Kovacic driving. Kovacic! City are winning again from the outset. A Chelsea player turns champion. Sets the seal on it. Nothing changes. The standards have not slipped one jot. Manchester City win. They just know how. The champions of England have ground to make up, and their visitors under Ange Postecoglou are the great hit-and-miss, all-or-nothing entertainers of Tottenham Hotspur. It is a storied and almost always exhilarating fixture this, so grandly so, we have plenty to go at. Nicely taken by Kulusevski, and drifted in towards Maddison, who scores for Tottenham. That is a super take. It's a terrific goal. And James Maddison is back at the bullseye. A birthday goal, and one that means much. And they've lost the ball here to Maddison. And Maddison's moved it on for Son. And Son for James Maddison too! Dream night! And Maddison is living that dream. That was beautifully smooth from Spurs. City are rattled and some. For Tottenham, a special occasion beyond what they could possibly have imagined. Kulusevski, only Ake between him and goal now. Solanke through the middle. Dominic Solanke, Porro! This is Tottenham utopia! They are flying away from the champions! And they are in the driving seat. An opportunity for Tottenham to throw salt into wounds. It's Werner, it's Johnson, it's formidable! Tottenham Hotspur have stormed into the Palace of the Champions and turned over the furniture. Quite unforeseeable. These days just don't happen here. Tottenham Hotspur have ransacked the castle of the champions. It is an evening they will not quickly forget. He will need to forget it, and those around him hurriedly. Spurs celebratory, top six, and feeling part of it. Manchester City, a pale blue imitation of themselves. It is a remarkable outcome. No prophet could have foreseen it.